I'm sorry, it's been a while, hasn't it? Where were we? We had just defeated the Primal Ifrit, and were preparing ourselves for the fame that would follow such an achievement. After your discussion, Minfilia gives you a brief rundown of everything you've done up to this point, like somehow you weren't aware of the things you've just done. And then the recruiters come calling. It's essentially draft day, as all three grand companies are now looking to have you join their ranks. They each invite you to hear their leaders speak at the Remembrance event that you helped set up earlier, in hopes that their words will inspire you to join their cause. Even Minfilia encourages you to join one, mostly so you can use them to your own benefit, which is really the only reason to join any kind of organization if we're being honest. So off you go to the first of the three speeches. First up for me was Kane Sinna of the Twin Adders. She gives a rather long speech which can basically be boiled down to, things used to be good, then things got bad, then the calamity happened, lots of people died, now things suck worse. But the best way to honor the dead is to suck it up, band together, and keep fighting. There, I just saved you 7 minutes. Throughout the speech, these two people keep chiming in with unhelpful information. A brother and a sister. The boy? I'm not sure. This one is Alfino. Wait, are we sure that's how that's pronounced?
Alfino.
Okay, seems to be a few extra letters in there, but whatever. And his sister, Alize. These two have actually been around quite a bit, lingering in the background if you've been paying attention. Creepy stalkers. They claim their reason for being here is to learn, but really they just tell you why you should join the Twin Adders. Something about how the Gridanians don't want war, but will have to fight and could use someone like you. Jeez, just guilt me into it, why don't ya? Then it was off to Ul'dah to listen to Raubahn and Princess Oompa Loompa Shortcake of the Immortal Flame speak. Raubahn's speech basically boils down to, things used to be good, then things got bad, then the calamity happened, lots of people died, now things suck worse. But the best way to honor the dead is to suck it up, band together, and keep fighting. And while that may sound exactly like the first speech, I assure you, it is. I wonder what the Maelstrom speech is gonna be like. However, I'm not sure they'll have anything as good as the Queen acting like a parrot. I want one. Oh good, you two again. Who are here once again to guilt you into why you should join the Immortal Flames. Make up your mind, man, or girl, or whichever one you are! Last but not least is Melvi, the leader of the Maelstrom. Let me take a lucky guess. Things good, then bad. Calamity, things suck. Honor dead. Band together. Fight. Yeah, that's what I thought. Once again, Wingus and Dingus are here to tell you why you should join the Maelstrom. Cool, thanks! None of this was helpful! Luckily, you get a call that you need to head back to Minfilia at the Waking Sands. In the meantime, Goofus and Gallant here are having a conversation about how pointless the Remembrance speeches were. You don't have to tell me. And how they don't see eye to eye on things. Which is funny, considering I'm still not sure which one I'm looking at. Thank God for subtitles. It's then time to choose your grand company. I went with the Immortal Flames because I just want Raubahn to hold me in his two big old arms forever and ever and ever. So it's back off to Ul'dah to get inducted into the Immortal Flames. But the process is interrupted by a disaster, which is basically your life now, get used to it. Seems that the Imperials shot down an airship, and they need you to get out there and protect any survivors. I was kinda hoping for a welcome gift basket, but this'll do. You arrive at the crash site just outside of Horizon's Edge to find a crew member hiding from the Imperials surrounding the area. You two decide to find a more private place to talk. Better be stealthy about it! Don't mind us! You find out the Imperials are going to take the ship and the crew member still on board back to their base. So you go in to rescue him through careful reconnaissance and stealth. Who am I kidding? You kill them all. These two guys are Biggs and Wedge, which if you're a Star Wars fan should mean something to you. They'll come into play more later, but once you rescue Wedge, they take off. You head back to the Immortal Flames, get sworn in, and then it's back to Minfilia once again. Starting to feel like this job is more about running back to the Waking Sands than anything else. Turns out Biggs and Wedge are staying with you all here at the Waking Sands. See? I told you they'd come back later. And by later I meant like 30 seconds. Apparently they're here because airship technology is now under control of the Scions. And these two are some of the best engineers in the land. We are doomed. But you don't get to relax for long, as Minfilia is sending Yida and Papalimo out to Gridania to investigate the Sylphs, a tribe of floating heads of lettuce who worship the Primal Ramu. Minfilia wants to see whether or not they can summon the Primal and to assess the threat they might pose. But since words can be misconstrued, the only true way to get your intentions across to the Sylphs is through the Echo. So you're going to...
Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania.
You mean of little use to anyone anywhere? You suck! We check in with the commander of the Twin Adders to get some insight and are told that the Sylphs are friendly, but very wrapped up in their traditions and etiquette. So I guess it'd be best to not try and eat one. The Twin Adders send you to a local man named Rolf who knows all about the Sylph. But you have to stop along the way to save this lady's bees from some hornets, which is a little like saving flying nails from flying needles. You meet with Rolf to discuss the sylphs, but unfortunately he's losing his memories. So you have to go ask everyone else in town what he's told them before. Then it turns out the only useful bit of information you get is from Rolf! So talking to these people was pointless. The sylphs' preferred greeting is dance, and you also need to bring them a peace offering. They send you out to collect some milk root, aka a hallucinogenic drug. So you beat up Ivysaur here, collect the milk root, and head off to the town of Little Solace to meet with the sylph. Here's your drugs, now talk. Unfortunately, this isn't good enough, and you've got to prove yourself. I mean, I thought as one of the scions and by defeating a primal I might be done with that, but nope. Dance, monkey, dance! With the citizens of this area now likely thoroughly confused as to why a random person came up and danced at them, not for them, there's a difference. You speak with one of the locals about other ways you can help. They set you off to exterminate some local wildlife. So you kill some giant birds and then some gnats? That shouldn't be hard, those things are tiny. After killing this bullshit, the sylphs finally decide to trust you, and proceed to ask you for a favor. Because of course they would. They want you to investigate some suspicious-looking people lurking about the woods. You ask around and find out it's the Imperials, of course. After reporting back, they give you another task to do, tracking down a sylph named Claxio that wandered off into the forest alone. Turns out she? Either way, it's a jerk that keeps running away from you. That is, until it's attacked by evil sylphs, and a thorny beholder who's on the prowl for some grass. That was a bad pun. After cutting these down to size, you return Claxio to the sylphs only to find out their elder has now gone missing. Can you just not for one day? The elder disappeared near an alehouse run by a man named Bhaskaran. He tells you that he hasn't seen anything but will keep his ears open just in case. In the meantime, you should do some chores for him. Fine. You act as a bouncer by breaking up a fight, talk to like 6 people, and travel halfway across the world just to return a lost earring to a giant platysloth goblin. Who then has me help him make fire water to take back to Bhaskaran as a thank you. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I killed a primal for sake! Bhaskaran has you investigate a few different areas where sylph were reported, but instead you come across the Imperials. Bhaskaran decides to send you after a possible traitor in their midst, working for the Imperials, to see what information you can gather from them. So you attempt to track him down, each time with him attempting to kill you. Your final confrontation ends in the traitor saying he's sorry and that he's going to turn himself in. And then you just let him walk away on his own, trusting that he's going to do so. Of course! Trust the known liar when he's looking down the point of a sword. That'll work out, you idiot! Wait, he actually did turn himself in? Hot damn. The Eorzean honor system is apparently way better than ours. Finally, it appears Bhaskaran has found the Elder. They were last seen entering the dungeon of Todorok. So you head in with a group of friends, fight your way through goo, spiders, and whatever the f that is, until you come across another agent of the Bringers of Chaos. This one's name is Lahabrea, who summons a giant Scorpo spider for you to fight. Cool! All of my nightmares rolled into a giant death ball. I am thrilled. After defeating the devil monster, you find Phrixio, the Sylph Elder, and have yet another vision telling you, take a guess, nothing. You head back to Little Solace, where Phrixio tells you the Sylph only ever summoned Ramu to fight the Imperials. They have no desire to summon him again. They just want peace. And in reward for me rescuing Phrixio, rewards me with purple crystal meth. Boom! 3 out of 6, baby! You head back to the Twin Adders to report that the Sylph and Ramu will not be a threat. They thank you for your efforts, and then it's back off to the Waking Sands. You arrive to find Alfie speaking to Minfilia about something or other. Seems that he has some sort of ties to the Scions, but none that you can discern just yet. He takes his leave without so much as a word to you. Hi, nice to see you too, jerkface. With Goofus gone, the Scions begin discussing which primal you should investigate next, before Minfilia decides you all deserve a break from your hard work. And I do mean your hard work, because I'm not sure anyone else around here does anything. Before leaving, you pull Minfilia aside to tell her about Lahabrea, and she decides to have you investigate. But suddenly, there's a scream. You run outside to find Tataru got scared by a sylph that was sent to help you. Don't be scared, just eat her. And that's all for tonight. I'll come and read for you again soon, okay? Alright, you go to bed now, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Especially those gnats. Those are some big f***ers.